guys? It's your girl Lena from the Secret Life of Lena, and I'm feeling myself because I got these beautiful braids. Um, and they're just long and just so I'm a little feeling myself, you know. Okay, let me stop playing. But I just want to do this quick video because it was a request video. So shout out to who requested this video. This is actually the first video of 2020, you guys. I am super excited. I'm like, okay, I need to go ahead and do a video so I can be on track to making sure that I'm consistent this year with all my videos because I definitely want my channel to grow. Thank you to everybody who has been like, hey, I've been watching your videos, really enjoying it. That makes me feel so good, you guys. So thank you. So today's video or tonight's video or whenever you're watching is about the necessity of singleness or why singleness is a necessity, because I feel like, and I made another statement on my Facebook page. I said I feel like, well, that's exactly what I said. It's not very popular, especially for the people who are single, who don't want to be single. It's not popular to hear, but being single is a necessity. It wasn't even popular to me when the thought came to my head, and I was like, Lord, along with I'm type, like, you're gonna see on this channel, a lot of what I talk about is about relationship, about being single, you know, and because that's just what I love to talk about. I have a love for love, I have a love for relationships, I have a love for single people. So when I, watching different videos and stuff, and I was like, dang, being single is definitely a necessity. And so we're going to talk about why it's a necessity. So let's go. Number one reason for why being single is a necessity, and I feel like most people realize this, but it is so easier said than done, is because in your single state, that is a time for you to develop yourself and be who you're gonna be who you want to be. Being single, I'll just make it personal because I feel like that makes it easier for people and then people can relate. Being single for me has just made me, forced me, and sometimes I'm content with it, sometimes just like, it has forced me to just look at myself. Singleness is definitely a time to look at yourself and figure out, is this the person I want to be? Is this particular habit the person I want to, be about? And so being single is a good time to really reflect and look at yourself and figure out, am I being the person that I want to be right now? If I aspire to be a person who will be married someday, am I being, as a single person, the person I want to be when I'm in a relationship? Because although I understand every everything that I'm talking about is not always ideal or the case for everybody, still, am I being the person that I want to be when I am in a relationship? So that's something to think about. So just thinking about all the things that I need to be doing. What do I need to change? What do I need to emphasize on as a single woman so that when the time does come, it's like, okay, yes, girl. I have those things together when the man of God comes. Let's get on to the second point. Another big thing is singleness is a time to just live your life. Live your life to the fullest. Like, don't let anything stop you. In 1 Corinthians 7, Paul emphasized, he was like, first of all, he was talking to them because They was having some sex issues, and he was like, listen, if y'all don't have self-control, if y'all can't be like me, I'm out here single, and I ain't trying to mingle, because singleness is not a prison, it's a gift. And if you can't be like me, you need to get married. But I would rather you be able to be like me, out here enjoying life, because singleness is just this vast, wide open, endless sea of possibilities that you could have to just enjoy your life. And if you are watching this as a believer, that's also in First Corinthians 7 about you being able to have the time to devote to God and his kingdom. So singleness isn't just this prison, this waiting process that you're just ready to get over with. Singleness can be just a way of life, a beautiful way of life. Enjoy your life. Go out there, have some fun. Singleness does not have to be this boring waiting process, until you get married. Because then, honestly, who gonna want to marry you if you just sitting here being boring? Most of the time, people who ended up getting married, they was out dancing at a movie, at some type of conference. They was doing a hobby, and that's how they met that person. Unless they were online, that's how they met that person. Um, they won't sitting at home. And I've said this in a previous video about singleness. They won't sitting at home. Your bae is not going to knock on the door and be like, oh, I don't know, the Lord just led me to your door and here we are. Like, I would be like, you's on another level if the Lord led you to my door. Let me get to the point that's really going to answer the question of why singleness is a necessity. It kind of, this point ties into every point, and it's because it really is that simple. But I feel like because we're in a culture where everything is relationship goals and having a boo and having a bae, and it's such a distraction that we don't realize that just being a whole person, this is why singleness is a necessity. Just being a whole person. All of the Bible does say, and God says in Genesis that it's not good for man to be alone. You don't have to be alone to be single. There are so many different relationships that God provides us with. And I'm not saying that, if singleness is not where you want to end, that's okay. But you at least need to get to a point where you're okay with being single. You're okay with figuring out what you need to do to just be this whole single person that is okay. You're okay with yourself. You're content in God. You're content in where you're at in life. And if you're not, you're doing the things that you need to do so that you can be content and be happy. But you need to figure out how to just be this whole person, one single person. When two people come together, it's not, oh, we're two halves that are meeting, because then that means you're broken. And not to say that people don't meet each other and they're broken, because in some way we're all broken, but you shouldn't be so broken to the point that you're expecting this other person to be what fixes you. You need to already, for the most part, come to a relationship already healed and healing. That person can walk alongside you in finishing your healing process, but you should not be expecting them to play God and be the one that heals you. That's definitely the biggest part of why singleness is a necessity, because you need to figure out how to just be this one amazing person. You need to figure out, hey, something I love to do, and this is mainly contributed to the fact that I'm an introvert. I thrive off of being alone and being able to do things by myself. Take yourself out on a date. Go eat somewhere. I just did this the other day and I had the best time. I had been craving a particular restaurant, so I went there and I ate by myself. And if I had had the time, I would have went and watched the movie too. Take yourself out on a date. Go to Barnes and Nobles, read a book. Make sure your car is straight and then travel somewhere. I plan on doing that too. I'm getting my car right now so that next month your girl is going on a little trip. So figure out all the things. Number one, to figure out what to reflect on what you need to be doing to just be a better person. Number two, realizing that the single life isn't a purgatory, it's not a prison, it's a way of living your best life without being tied down to anything and anybody except for your family, if y'all are close. And then three, most important of all, just figuring out how to be a single person, and that is figuring you out, loving you, and healing from anything that has caused you to be broken, so that you don't eventually walk into a relationship being broken, expecting that person to play God and heal you, because they cannot heal you. They can walk alongside you in your healing process, but they cannot be what heals you. So, like I said, I know it's easier said than done, and I myself have my days where I'm like, dang, where is the man of God? I have all this love to give. Where is he? But at the same time, I realize that I'm in a process. There are some things I need to get straight, and I'd rather wait on God's timing than to try to force something and mess it up or mess up me and another person, all because I was trying to force something and it's not the time yet. So yeah, there's probably so much more I could say, but I definitely want to hit on the fact that the necessity of being single is that you need to become one single, content, healed, happy, fulfilled person, so that as you're going along your journey, eventually, if being single is not your end goal, because everybody don't want to be married. If being single is not your end goal, you can walk into that next season a happy, fulfilled, whole person who knows what they want, who knows who they are, which will help in the process of dating. So, you guys, that's what I have to say about singleness being a necessity. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Uh, like I said in a previous video, please let me know about things you guys want me to talk about. I'm up for it, especially in this particular topic. I'm going to do a couple more videos. And yes, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, you guys. Love you guys. Bye.